Welcome back to We Here Now. I'm X. Let's get to it. So, in today's news, Asia stocks hit 3-year high on U.S.-China cooperation. Uh, Asia Pacific equity surged with the MSCI index reaching its highest level since November of 2021. The Tokyo Stock Exchange rose past 40,000, supported by improved U.S. China relations, and the U.S. dollar dropped sharply on expectations of Fed rate cuts. There was a lot in that. There was a lot going on in that one. Yeah, I think everybody is fed up with Trump finally, um, and believing that this taco stuff is real because he clearly. I'm not even trying to talk about it, but it is what it is when you're trading and investing. Trading and investing. All right, moving on. Oil falls, gold slides as tension ease. Oil is poised for its largest weekly drop since March of 2023, while gold slipped 1% and well, it, gold slipped to 1% at a 3,294 dollars an ounce as Middle East conflict cooled and safe haven demand weakened. So that's with that. Um, Gold is definitely in a dip, and that is one of the trades that I'm going to give out in the video today. All right, moving on. Fed rate cut craze sparks tech and commodity surge. Markets rallied as Fed and independence came into question, boosting hopes for rate cuts. Big tech and commodities rallied, gold and dollar fell, all riding a wave of shifting rate expectations. And Trump, he always wants, the dollar to fall. He wants the dollar to fall so he can become wealthier. That's all it is. So as traders, that we want the dollar to fall as well. All right. Now, this is some bullish news. China signals strategic Bitcoin accumulation amid RMB weakness. Excuse me, and capital hedging demand. Analysts say Chinese investor flows could be a major driver of Bitcoin's current gains. So, with that being said, I think this weekend, if not Monday, this weekend would be very big for Bitcoin. China is going to buy, in my opinion. China is going to buy. All right, now let's get on to the meat and grease. All right, NVIDIA. Let's take all this stuff out. NVIDIA, what do we have? What do we have? We have a 6-hour pullback. 6-hour pullback. McDonald's. This is all paper trading, so don't worry about it. I actually forgot I was in there. Anywho. NVIDIA 6-hour pullback. It's definitely getting overbought. The MACD is definitely showing some resistance up here. Fibonacci retracement is showing a pullback to 30-day EMA. So somewhere around here, which will be the pullback area, and it's going to continue to go up, All right, Bitcoin. We have a 2-hour pennant, as you guys can see there. Now, this one is a little shaky for me. So the reason why I say that is because we are in a pennant. We are in a pennant. No. Oh, that's right there. Okay, yeah. So we are in a pennant on a 2 hour. However, price can definitely come down here if we get rejected from this fair value gap, and we have been, it's wicks. It's been wicks. It's what? That's four. No, that's five, six, seven, eight. That's 8 wicks for this fair value gap. Now, what I do know is that when we get a lot of wicks very close after it's already been wicks on the fair value gap, it's a higher possibility that price will continue to move forward. So let's go down to the 2 hour. Now you can see it. Now you can see it. And the MACD is showing very bullish, very bullish signal. Price is bouncing off the 30-day EMA. Yeah, I think that's it for this for Bitcoin. So that's Bitcoin. Let's look at ETH. ETH. 6 hour inverse head and shoulders. Or head and shoulders. As you can see, shoulder, head. This is what I'm going with. And again, this is not financial advice. This is just how I see the market. So we have a head and shoulders. So we had a shoulder right there, head, shoulder. And for those of you that don't know what a head and shoulder is, that's all wrong, but that would be a head and shoulders. Basically a M, head and shoulders. All right, let's get all this stuff out of here. Cause I'm trying to keep a cleaner cleaner charts. So yes, so we have two scenarios with this. This could be a channel and it just channels out, but however I do see this head and shoulders, and with the Fibonacci retracement. Yes, Fibonacci retracement. You have the golden area right here. So if and when price gets touches this area, it's going to bounce off this 2-day trend line and continue to go upwards. I'm having a hard time speaking today. Let's move on. ADA, Cardano. Now, what do we have here? 2-hour flag with double bottom. So, as you can see, we are already in a 12-hour down channel. Then we got to get in there. So boom, boom, boom. We got that. So now, Cardano, 2-hour flag with a double bottom. So we can call this the flag, and then you got a double bottom right here. Call that a double bottom right there. I mean, it's at an angle, but I'm definitely calling that a double bottom. How does that look on the 6-hour? Can't really tell. Yep, so 2-hour double bottom. And it's in a flag. So of course, once price breaks above this trend line right here, look at price already trying to get up. Oh, the new hour just started. Yeah, it's a double bottom. All right, let's see where we're at. This Cardano, Solana. All All right. 2 hour falling wedge. Oh, sorry, it's already there. A 2 hour falling wedge. Let's do top down analysis real quick. Everything is in the 12-hour flag, which is bullish. When you get a flag inside of a flag or a pennant inside of a pennant, which are both continuation patterns, it's a very bullish sign. Very bullish sign. So let's move on to the 2 hour. Of course, so we're just waiting for price to break out of this trend line, and then we should be looking for an entry. You would definitely have to go down to like the 30-minute for an entry. Well, look how the 30-minute looks. So yeah, it's definitely it's looking good. Definitely looking good. This weekend is about to be great. XRP. Another, basically the same thing, falling wedge. Yeah, not much needs to be said with XRP. It's basically doing the same thing as Solana. All right, got some few forex. AJ been moving. No, it's not AJ. It's EU. Yeah, EU been moving. All right, so AJ 12-hour pullback to $90. So this is what I'm seeing. This is the 2-day trend line, major trend line, and price is not going to break out of there. So what I'm looking at is a short to around the golden area, which is the 618.618. So right here, like $90, 69. That's definitely a. Let me put an alert, because I know for a fact that's definitely going to get hit. Going to get hit. All right. EU. Now that's been going crazy. Yes. That has been going crazy. 12-hour pullback. We're looking for a 12-hour pullback to $1.16. Basically right above this 30-day EMA. So somewhere around here, which is in the 618 golden zone. All right, last but not least, we are looking at gold. What do we have here? Another pullback, like we discussed in the news. So the pullback actually, it has started a while back. What was that? About a week ago. Yeah. So definitely will be looking for this this pullback. Now, I do see some type of channel right here. I do see that channel. Let's move down a little bit. Now, I do see this channel on a 6-hour. So it might not get down here. But, we don't get in until, price comes to us. So what we would be looking for is a break to the upside. You wouldn't get into the break of the upside, which, price can always reverse right here. Might be a V-shaped recovery. Didn't want to do that. Yeah, it might be a V-shaped recovery just because this is the EMA. And if you notice, the EMA 200, and if you notice, Price really don't go past the 200-day EMA much. Like it went down right here. This was definitely oversold. So who's to say we won't go back to oversold in this area? Now, if it does, that would be a good reversal, a real good reversal, a real good reversal. But yeah, all right, guys. I'm X. You've been watching We Here Now. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Wow, I don't know what to say. Just like, share, comment, subscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.